So here displacement wave equation of this longitudinal wave is taken as like this, and the corresponding pressure variation in that medium is taken like this, provided this delta P maximum value is BAK, that is what you call pressure amplitude. Now coming to this point, y is equals to A cos kx minus omega t, to this part of it, this end is free to vibrate. So that let us consider that it is vibrating such a way it is displaced towards the positive end of it, positive end of it like this. So this is the maximum displacement from it. So all the particles at different points on this, they are moving towards right. That is the displacement up in the sense. The displacement in that longitudinal wave is actually towards right of it. So these particles, in the next instant, this already the disturbance is carried. So the next particles at that instant are moving towards left. The displacement is towards left. So all these particles are clumping over here, means this point would be the pressure maximum for this. So for this, if you try to draw the graph sign of it at x is equals to 0, it would be 0 if you consider. Then the pressure is 0 at this particular point when it is 0 maximum, and here at this point the pressure will be maximum, and at this point all the points are moving towards the left of it. This one is having more displacement than the next neighboring particle. So there is no any collision kind of thing. So here the pressure will be 0 between them. At this end, the particles to the left of it moving towards left, to the right of it moving towards right. So here the pressure will be lowest possible one. So it is a minimum negative side of it. On that delta P value will be minimum here. So like this, pressure is going to change. So this is the displacement wave and this is pressure wave. So there is a phase difference of pi by 2 between these two waves. So this is displacement wave and pressure wave correlation. Now how this pressure variation is getting transmitted, with what velocity it is getting transmitted from one point to another point in that medium. So here we are trying to describe the velocity of the sound wave, or you can say the longitudinal wave, velocity of this sound. So here in this case, this velocity clearly we know the fundamental method that is given in our NCERT. So based on that, velocity clearly depends on the bulk modulus of it, and it also depends on the density of it. So if it is proportional to B power A and rho power B, then V is equals to some constant C times B power A and rho power B. So by using dimensional analysis of this, if you go through here, for V, dimensional formula is LT power minus 1 m power 0 like, and for B, for density it is ml power minus 3 is the dimensional formula. Similarly, bulk modulus of it, of course as you know, it is delta P by delta V by V. For this dimensional formula is dimensionless, it is because it is ratio. This delta P is simply pressure dimensional formula is given to this bulk modulus. Both are same here. So pressure dimensional formula it is ml power minus 1 T power minus 2 is the dimensional formula of it. That is force by area of it. So here ml T power minus 2 by L power 2. So you will get ml power minus 1 T power minus 2. So by using dimensional analysis, so here it is LT power minus 1 on the left hand side is equals to C will be dimensionless constant. So substituting these values here, simply ml power minus 1 T power minus 2 power A and ml power minus 3 power B it is. So here simply substituting the values of dimensional formulas of V, rho and B in this expression, you will get this one. So on comparison of the powers, so simply for m power A it is m power B it is. So it is A plus B which is equals to 0 on this, and here for L it is minus 1 power A minus 3B. So minus 1 into M minus 3B is equals to 1 is another one. So by solving these two, A is equals to minus B like. So from this you will get A, B values. A, B values. So B is, A is equals to minus B, it becomes plus B minus 2B. So B value is minus 1 by 2. A value is plus 1 by 2. So here velocity V of the sound wave through that medium will be equals to C into root over B by rho, and we can just derive experimentally values also. You can say C is equals to 1. So V is equals to root over B by rho is the velocity of sound wave. So velocity of longitudinal waves or sound waves in any given medium which we got is root over B by rho, where B is the bulk modulus of that medium through which it is propagating and rho is the density. So here in this case, if you consider any air medium or any gas medium like, then how the bulk modulus value it is, that depends. So here in this case we got in air medium, if you consider, here we got two formulas. One is described by Newton, and by taking in air this sound wave propagation, when air is just allowing the sound to propagate. In this, the medium actually did not displace from their main position, from its original position. The particles of them will vibrate and they will carry the sound from that energy created by this vocal cord from one point to another. So the medium vibrations are taking place such a way that it is not having any kind of change in its temperature. So its temperature remains constant. That's what Newton's idea. The way it is propagating means he is just thinking that the compressions and rarefactions that formed in it, that means the pressure increment, pressure decrement is taking place in a sound wave. So that the pressure variation is taking place in such a way the temperature remains constant. So here in this case, in the case of a longitudinal wave, where we got part of it simply compression is like this, and then rarefaction, again compression, and again rarefaction, and again compression and rarefaction, like this it will be formed. So here compression and rarefaction and again compression, it is compression, this is rarefaction where the pressure is minimum, again compression, like this. So between these 2 points exactly if you take medium, that is nothing but the wavelength of it. So here in this case the variation in the pressures are taking place in the compression and rarefaction. No? So the change in it according to Newton is obeying simply an isothermal conditions. That means temperature remains constant. Then here according to Newton it is isothermal process means temperature remains constant, absolute temperature. So that PV is equals to constant is the condition it obeys. So now just by considering the variation of this V delta P is equals to 0, you will get delta P upon delta V by V with a negative sign is equals to the pressure P, which is the bulk modulus. So according to Newton now, velocity V value becomes equals to root over V value, root over B by rho becomes equals to root over P by rho. But if you take normal atmospheric pressure, standard temperature and pressure conditions, and if you substitute the pressure value 76 centimeters of Hg and 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals. So pressure P 76 centimeters of Hg, that is 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals, density 1.29, simply gram per meter cube is the volume of, is the density of that air generated. So by substituting all the values, he got this value velocity V is equals to 280 meters per second, which is not equals to velocity that they found experimentally. So here in this case, V value experimentally whatever they found, that value is not equals to this 280. So what's wrong with this Newton's approach? So then Laplace made correction for it. That here in this case, the temperature in that small region where compression is taking place and where rarefaction is taking place, the small neighborhood points, there the pressure variations are taking place. No? So simultaneously it is taking very quickly, so that temperature changes are existing, but we can't determine them. So there he took, it is not an isothermal process. It is a very quick process taking place. So he took it as a adiabatic in nature. So according to adiabatic process condition, you can say it is PV power gamma is equals to constant, provided a gamma is a specific Hits ratio, that is Cp upon Cv, that is a specific Hits ratio. So by using this and again differentiating it, now if you calculate B value, that is delta P by delta V by V with a negative sign, will be equals to gamma times P, just by differentiating it. So here this equation of the velocity of a sound in air will be turned up like root over gamma P by rho. So in the case of air, this gamma value is equals to 7 by 5. So substituting that value of root over 7 by 5 and multiplying it, you will get roughly it is at 0 degree centigrade. This value is 331 meters per second, which is equals to experimental value of it. So there is a difference. So this will be the apt equation for the velocity of sound in air, gamma P by rho. Now velocity of sound, okay, that velocity what we got here, V is equals to root over gamma P by rho. So here we need to find out different factors influencing the velocity. Let us consider a few factors, some of them. One is pressure P, density, temperature, how these factors will influence this velocity of sound. V is equals to under root of gamma P by rho. So here pressure P if it is. So here in this case, for a given gas like pressure P, if it is varying, then P by rho value remains constant. As pressure increases, the density of the gas also increases. So P by rho value for a given temperature, it remains constant. That means if you treat it as an ideal gas equation, that we know PV is equals to nRT, that P is equals to rho RT upon M. So P by rho is equals to RT by M. So for a given gas, M value is constant. For a given temperature, capital T value constant. That means P by rho value remains constant. So if pressure increases, density of that one should change. So P by rho value remains constant. As a result, the velocity of the sound in that gas remains constant. So there is no effect of pressure on velocity of the sound in the gas. Okay, so there is no effect on it. Now, if the density of it, so by keeping pressure constant, if we can change the density of that gas means, yes we can. So if you take the different molecules, means different types of gases, density will be changed. So if pressure remains constant, density alone changed, means if density alone increases, then the velocity of it should decrease by keeping its pressure constant. So effect of density will be there on it. Inversely related to that, like V is proportional to 1 by root rho, we will consider, provided pressure remains constant. Now the temperature, capital T. As we got P by rho is equals to RT by M, this expression can be taken as V is equals to root over gamma RT by M if it is treated as an ideal gas. Then root over gamma RT by M, that means V proportional to root T, where T is the absolute temperature of the gas. So if you consider normal temperature T is equals to small t, degree centigrade like, then here in this case V at 0 degrees will be proportional to root over 273 Kelvin we will say. At a given temperature, this is root over 273 plus t degree centigrade. So here V at t by V naught is equals to root over 273 plus t upon 273. This one implies V at t is equals to some V naught times in brackets this value of it 1 plus 273 by 273 plus t by 273 whole power 1 by 2, and this can be taken as V naught times 1 plus t by 546 by taking binomial expansions approximation. Then we'll get this value of half comes into it. So 1 by 2 into t by 273, we will get V naught into 1 plus t by 546. So finally we can take this V naught value if it is multiplied, V naught plus V naught by 546 into t. It is, if we take V naught value and if we substitute V naught plus 0.61 degrees t degree centigrade, provided V naught is equals to 331 meters per second. So this is how it is varying with the temperature it is. Now the frequency of the source, the velocity of sound in the surrounding medium is independent of the frequency of that source. It is independent because it is a characteristic behavior of the source by which it is created. And humidity. If humidity increases, that means humidity increasing means amount of water vapor content present in that medium is increasing. In air it is increasing. That means 1 cc of H2O, if it is converted into water vapor, it occupies 1671 cc. That means very huge. So effective density of it, that means total density of H2O plus remaining air molecules will be lowered. That means if humidity increases, rho value will be decreased. As rho is decreasing, simply keeping the pressure same almost, so that velocity of sound in that air medium is increasing. Coming to wind, here simply, if the wind is blowing like this at in that direction, if this is the velocity of sound, so that they are making some angle theta, then the net velocity of sound will become Vs plus Vw cos theta. If it is blowing in opposite sense, theta means gradually increasing, means theta value is 90, means there is no effect. Opposite to that one means it becomes Vs minus Vw cos theta. So wind is the carrier of it. So that carrier is moving means the sound velocity is also going to increase. Supporting means increased. Opposing means it is decreased. That's how the wind shows its effect on the velocity of sound. So here velocity of sound in air, the factors influencing it. So let us take one of the example here. A combination of oxygen and hydrogen, volume of oxygen is V, of volume of hydrogen is 4V, and NTP is maintained. The mixture is taken at NTP. Then the speed of sound in hydrogen is given 1270, and the speed of sound in the mixture is. So here in this case, V is equals to rho gamma P by rho we know. So velocity in that mixture and velocity in that hydrogen if you take, it is inversely proportional to the densities, square root of the densities. So here first of all density of the mixture is to be calculated, taken as total mass by total volume. So in this total mass of it, we took rho h VH out of it. So here this is the expression, and in the denominator VH common expression, VH cancel. So rho of the mixture by rho of H will be equal to this much. We know that 1 plus rho naught V naught by rho h VH by 1 plus V naught by VH. V naught by VH value is V by 4V, so it is 1 by 4. Substituting these values, densities of it is 16 times and it is 4 you can take. So here in this case, mass of the oxygen is 16 times of the mass of the hydrogen for given NTP standards. So here in this case cancel, so you are getting 5 by 5 upon 4 which is equals to 4. So this is rho m by rho h, but we know that Vm by Vh value will be equals to root over rho h by rho m, which is equals to 1 by 4 of it. So that Vm is equals to Vh by root 4, that is 2. So hence the value is 635 meters per second. In the case of longitudinal waves, the displacement wave equation is given by y is equals to a cos kx minus omega t. We can choose it is sine also, just for our convenience sake as we begin with the same. We are continuing with this. Similarly, pressure wave expression is delta P maximum times sine of kx minus omega t, whereas this delta P maximum is equals to BAK, where B is the bulk modulus, is the amplitude of vibration of the medium particles, where K is the propagation constant. So here, the velocity with which the wave is traveling, what we got, it is root over B by rho is the general expression for it. In the case of air or gases, V is equals to root over gamma P by rho you got, or we got V is equals to root over gamma RT by M. In the case of air or gaseous medium, you will get this expression. The same one in the case of solid, if you considered, and that too solid rod if you take, instead of taking bulk modulus, the change in the pressure variation. So the bulk modulus value, okay, will be considered as Young's modulus value of it in the case of rod. So velocity V will become root over Y by rho in the case of it. Notice the solid sheet like, that means along the length and the remaining sides also it will be varied. That means sharing of that particular sheet in a particular direction, concerning to particular direction is to be taken. So the value will be different. So the proof is out of scope for us for the intermediate. So here the sheet like structure, it is root over B plus 4 eta by 3 by rho of it, where eta is the shear modulus of that. So these are the velocity expressions. Now longitudinal wave is propagating in the sense, then the energy carried by it, as we discussed, wave is nothing but energy in transition. So energy will be carried from one point to another point. So here in this case, that total energy of that is equals to kinetic energy plus potential energy. That fraction of energy that we took will be taken as du by du and dk, kinetic energy and potential energy, small elemental values. So these values are also similar to the transverse waves that we considered. So the rate of kinetic energy transmitted will be equals to half into rate of kinetic energy transmitted is equals to half into rho into omega square a square times V into S of it simply, where S is the cross section through which the energy is transmitted. Similarly, and here in this case, this value of it is simply times, as we got here, the cos square y value of it is simply, it will become sin square kx minus omega t we can take. But here in this case, instead of taking the general variation of it, I will go for the average value of that rate of energy transfer, which will become 1 by 4 of it. Similarly, the average value of it in the case 1 by 4 rho omega square a square V into S. So here the total rate of energy transmitted is half rho omega square a square V into S, and hence this is rate of energy transfer. It's said to be the average power transmitted. So now P by S area of cross section, you will say that it is intensity of the sound wave transmitted through that medium, which is equals to half rho omega square a square times V will be the intensity of it. This intensity can also be verified just by taking delta P maximum is equals to BAK and the velocity V is equals to root over B by rho, and here in this case velocity of that one is omega by K. By using these expressions, if you substitute this, then this intensity can also be modified as delta P maximum square by 2 rho V will be the expression for intensity. So these are the set of formulas which are similar to the transverse wave equations. So there is nothing new in that except the average value of it. Here only one fact I used here, that is average value of cos square kx minus omega t or average value of sin square kx minus omega t will be equals to 1 by 2. Only this fact only used in it. Y is based on integration. So if you accept that integration value is half, then you can understand these two based on the previous discussion we had.